Rochester. This is 13 WHAM News at 10.
Tonight, winter weather fast approaching. A live look now over Rochester as some parts of our region brace for the first measurable snow. Good evening, I'm Jenny Ryan. Some areas are under winter weather advisories tonight. Scott's here to show us where that snow will fall. Some of it's happening as we speak, huh?
Indeed it is. Yeah, that's right. It's up in Wayne County right now. We're going to take you there in a second. But yeah, some pretty good bands starting to make their way into 104. Let's have a look at where these advisories are. They're on your screen now for Monroe and Wayne. But when you see this, you may be like, wow, all right, so the whole county is going to have some snow. But down here, the southern parts of the counties usually don't do well with lake effect. But it is near and north the city, near and north Route 104. And you can see these bands are kind of coming on in, very sporadic in nature, just a couple of showers in Monroe County. But where the initial band's really starting to cook now is right up at Sodus Bay, 104 and the Parkway, Lake Road. These are all the areas that are getting a heavier band of snow at the moment. Now let's go ahead and talk about what this is going to do overnight and watch this one band. It's going to become one single band, and it's not going to stay over one location for a long period of time. That's why we're not forecasting a lot of precipitation. WHAM-CAM at 31. Right now, the city will get 1 to 3 inches max. That's north. South will get a trace to an inch. And there's your temperatures overnight. So it may snow hard for an hour or two across Monroe County, but most of it will be confined to northeast Monroe and into Wayne County. Back to you.
All right, Scott, thank you. Tonight, Tyler Brown spoke to a woman. She was involved in this unsolicited kiss from Governor Cuomo, one of the many stories of alleged sexual harassment today in a damning state assembly investigation. It found evidence of sexual harassment and more. Tyler Brown now with the story from Sherryville, speaking at her Greece home, one of 12 women whose allegations against Cuomo were cited in the Assembly's 45-page report released today. Tyler?
Yeah, Jenny, Greece native Sherryville and her attorney, Gloria Allred, tell me they were pleased with today's findings, and they hope this is a sign that inappropriate behavior against women will no longer be tolerated. This photo, released by Sherryville and her attorney last March, shows the moment Ville claims she was sexually harassed by then Governor Cuomo. He was visiting her home, damaged by Lake Ontario floods in 2017. In defense, Cuomo says kissing people has always been his way of comforting others. But Ville says it went too far that day.
He was definitely a womanizer. And I don't believe that it took him kissing 3 times, calling me beautiful, inviting me to an event, sending photos. I don't believe that was all for comforting. It was more than comforting in my eyes.
Ville was one of 12 women interviewed by the state assembly during its impeachment probe investigation. Cuomo has denied allegations of sexual misconduct. The investigation also found that Cuomo ordered state workers to help with his book during work hours and substantially revised a report on COVID deaths in nursing homes. Cuomo's attorney Rita Glavin refuted the findings, saying it, quote, simply parrots the attorney general's flawed report, and that the assembly, quote, refused to provide the former governor with access to all evidence, again denying the governor's due process. But the report itself disputes that, saying Cuomo refused to comply in any meaningful way. While maintaining his innocence, Cuomo resigned in August and avoided an impeachment trial. Ville and her attorney believe that in itself was a victory.
I'm glad that he's paying the price. I'm also glad that he is no longer the governor of New York, because the New Yorkers deserve better.
It's long past time to value women and what happens to them. And I just know that women are no longer willing to be silent anymore.
Allred is calling on the state to set up a victims' compensation fund for all of the women who accused the former governor of sexual harassment or assault. Jenny?